So guys, it is public knowledge that the Nigerian men national team, the Super Eagles, are without a coach after Finidi George resigned. But the NFF, the Nigeria Football Federation, are making a conscious effort to find a suitable replacement to take over the helms of affairs. And a lot of coaches have been linked to the vacant seat. We are going to talk about that. Welcome back to the channel once more. My name is Adam. I'm a Ghanaian, and I'm going to react and also give my honest review on the coaching situation with the Super Eagles, and also talk about what the NFF has to do based on my own opinion. So you can join in the convo, like this video, subscribe, and also turn on notification. Quickly, let's jump into it and talk about this particular situation. After Finidi George resigned, a lot of coaches have been linked to the vacant seat to become the next coach of Nigeria Super Eagles team. Now, these coaches are Chris Hughton, former Ghana Black Star coach. I'm a Ghanaian, and I've already said that Chris Hughton might be a bad coach for Ghana, but might be a good coach for Nigeria. He did not get a good AFCON with Ghana, but then that on the side. We are going to focus on the popular one, which is Herve Renard. For those who don't know Herve Renard is popular here in Africa and also in the world. In Africa here, he won the AFCON with two different countries, with Zambia and Ivory Coast, and he is the first coach to do that. Not only that, let me just give you a fresh memory of this particular coach. At the World Cup 2022 with Saudi Arabia, his dressing room speech inspired the players to beat Argentina in the group stages. It became the highlight of the World Cup. And this coach currently, per multiple reports, says that after the Olympics that is being hosted in France, Paris, he's going to leave the France women national team. So that means that he's free to be appointed by any country or any club. And currently, as I'm speaking to you now, Nigeria are not the only country interested in this coach. Egypt are interested in him. And also USA are also interested in appointing this coach as their next head coach. And this is where I believe the standing block might come for Nigeria. Now listen to this. Now, according to reports, Nigeria and also Egypt have submitted £2 million to be paid to the coach annually if he's been employed as the next coach for either Nigeria or Egypt. This is according to many reports. Now, if this comes true, he becomes the highest paid coach here in Africa. And the question is, can Nigeria pay that amount? Now, per other reports, the coach wants 180,000 US dollars. If you convert that to Naira, that is 300 million Naira. That is around the amount. And the question everyone is asking is that, yes, Nigeria needs a top-class coach, but can Nigeria pay that money? People believe it is possible for the NFF to pay the money. But then I believe there is a situation that would be very difficult to make NFF pay this money. Let me give you that situation. When Pesaro was the coach of the Super Eagles, initially, he was earning 70,000 US dollars monthly. Later, upon further negotiation, it was reduced to 50,000 US dollars. Even with the reduction, the NFF and Nigeria still owed Pesaro for about 13 months. And because of these financial reasons, Pesaro had to leave the job and Finidi George was employed. So even looking at the track record of the Nigeria Football Federation when it comes to payment of coaches, I believe that the amount Herve Renard is asking for, Nigeria might not be able to pay. That is first reason. Second reason, looking at the teams who are also interested in Herve Renard, Egypt, Oscar, they have money. Egypt really have money, and they can pay the amount the coach is asking for. That £2 million annually. I believe Egypt can pay, because I've not heard of any report where they have financially been in a challenge with another coach. Also, USA. We know USA have money. USA, Obodo Ibo, they even borrow money to other African countries. They can pay this coach easily. That $2 million US is asking for annually, they'll pay him easy. And this is where I believe the challenge comes for when it comes to getting Herve Renard for Nigeria. And I believe NFF are making the same mistakes once more. Herve Renard is a fantastic coach. He has achieved a lot here in Africa and also in the world. But I believe that the NFF need to think outside the box, looking at their financial situation and also their budget and how much they want to pay coaches. Trust me, if Nigeria were to do some things differently, they are going to get the right coach for the kind of players they have in the squad, and they are going to take Africa and the world by storm. Now, I'm going to set an example with Ghana. When Ghana sacked Recation and Ghana was looking for a replacement, the job or the vacant job was made public for people to apply, for coaches to apply, for coaches to tell the association or the federation that this is what I can do to help your team. Over 50 coaches applied for this job. The good ones, the bad ones, the amateur ones, and the experienced ones. Every single one applied for the Ghana job. At the end of the day, the Ghana Football Association made their decision. Some didn't like it, some liked it. At the end of the day, it is working for us. Currently, we're in a good standing when it comes to the World Cup qualifiers. And I believe that, there's nothing new under the sun. If Nigeria are currently looking for a coach to coach the pool of players they have in the Super Eagles team, they need to just do what Ghana did. I'm not saying it is the right one, but then at least it is working for us as the matter of speaking. I'm talking right now. It is working. Make the job available for others to apply. Right now, the Nigeria Football Federation are going to coaches, telling them that, we need you to come and take over the job. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad, but why don't you do it both ways? Give out, application, let people apply for this job publicly. And I'm telling you, you'll get a lot of coaches who will come in and tell you the reason why they need this job. People will give you good reasons. Not only that, you will get coaches with good CV who will come in and tell you why they can do the job. And then you will have the opportunity and the options to choose from. I think that is one of the best way to go about this, rather than going to coaches who are currently being sorted after. Trust me, it would be difficult to. The world they are in, money controls the world in such a way that, if you don't have money, you will not be able to get what you want. Herve Renard, as I'm speaking to you now, trust me, he would love to come to the Super Eagles team and coach the team, but money is a factor. This coach wants to take $180,000 a month. Nigeria cannot pay. If it settled $50,000 a month, it was a challenge. So try to pay times 3 of that. I mean, come on. That is not possible. USA or Egypt are going to battle it out, and one of them are going to get the coach. So this is the time Nigeria needs to sit down and put an application out, put it out that we need a coach. Job application. There are a lot of unemployed coaches currently in Africa. Unemployed coaches in the world who are sitting at home, who can use their skills and put it into good use. And just let them tell you why they can do well with the pool of players Nigeria has. Now, if we are doing it with Ghana, what they did was that, if you take a look at the application, it stated that you have to be a serial winner, winning at least a trophy with a club side or a country. 2, you have to be a disciplinarian, because some of these players have ego. So you need a no-nonsense coach. And trust me, when you put out the requirement for this application, the requirement for the job vacancy, coaches will come out and tell you, I can do this job. I have the experience. I have done it here before. That is it. That is how you solve a problem like this, like a coaching problem. I'm not saying what they are doing currently is bad, but then you are moving in the direction where a lot of countries or a lot of clubs are also interested in the same coach, who is, yes, definitely good, but is more sorted after. It is very difficult, though. It's difficult. It's difficult to get, especially if you don't have money. In this world, we are a beautiful girl with a lot of guys. It's like Nigeria is that guy that does not have money. Nigeria is that guy that does not have money, but can talk plenty. Street talks. You get me? But then at the end of the day, money talks. You understand? Let the money do the talking. It is very difficult, but I believe the right approach for this coaching situation is to make it available for other coaches to apply. 2, I believe that there are other coaches here in Africa here. If you take a look at the CAF Confederation Cup, and the CAF Champions League. Coaches who are good have proven themselves that, see, if they are given their mandate to take over a national team, they'll do a very good job. And I can name one for sure. Piston Musman, he's a very good coach. Has won trophies in South Africa, in Egypt. He has won it everywhere he has been in Africa again. Good coach. Super coach. There is no player in Nigeria team that's going to disrespect this coaching because he has won it. There are other coaches who I believe can meet the financial needs or the financial resources Nigeria are having currently. Why don't you go in for it? It's like Nigeria want to cut their coats more than their size currently. It is not possible. Even in today's day and age, if you're a guy and you are looking for a girl, you don't have money, it is difficult to. Imagine going to date a girl whose ex-boyfriend is a fraud boy. Do you think you are willing to even entertain the girl? It is not possible, my friend. This is what Nigeria is in currently. You are looking for a coach who currently has been spoiled with money by Saudi Arabia. He has been spoiled with money. Do you think going in for that coach and you don't have money, that coach will be willing to work for you? Apply to how girls behave. It's just the same way. It's just the same way. Dating a girl whose ex-boyfriend is a fraud boy, especially if you don't have money, it would be very difficult to maintain her. Very difficult. And that is the situation of the Nigeria Super Eagles coaching situation. And also what the NFF has to do, based on my own opinion, it should be made public, or the NFF need to think outside the box and go in for a coach who has won it all here in Africa, and no nonsense coach, a disciplinarian who can manage what is happening currently and can help or can actually save Nigeria from not making it to the World Cup. I believe it's possible for Nigeria to make it to the World Cup. Just win the rest of the games. That is so simple. You need a coach who can let players do that. As simple as that. So guys, this is where I end it. I think I've talked too much. I've overstressed the issue. Let me know your thoughts about it down below in the comments. I'll make sure to see you in the next one. Tell it. We go, guys.